It's pretty good, not gonna lie. This is probably one of the best moments of my life. This time of year is just great. This morning I didn't feel very good whenever we had practice, and I started to sweat it out a little bit. And then we came here and did weigh-ins, made weight pretty easy. And then first match was a little sluggish. Then I ended up winning 4-1, I think. I had a stalling call towards the end. I was just wiped. And then last match, pretty much that's how it goes every time I end up wrestling Jez. It's usually a pretty good match, and then it's usually close. Yeah, I wanted to come out and try to end it as fast as I could since I wasn't feeling so well, but I ended up lasting all 6. Last year I was pretty overwhelmed. I just did not feel in place. This year I think it's not going to be near as bad, so hopefully I'll win some matches and get on the podium.
It feels really good. We've been working hard in the wrestling room. It's finally time to reap what we sow, and I know we've all put in hard work, so it's feeling good, and we're starting to get paid off for all the hard work we put into it. First match, I started off really slow. I was nervous coming into it, but then eventually I worked out the nerves and then was able to pull a lead and keep a lead and end up beating them by 2 and then being able to get into the finals. I went in there knowing that, there's nothing to lose. I need to just go out there and get after it, and I know it's somebody I can compete with, and I've competed with well along this whole entire year, and unfortunately this year I couldn't come out on top this time. Well, I mean, he's definitely pushed me and gave me good competition throughout the year, and he's always been good about it, and I mean, we're good friends and we talk and everything, and we help each other out, and I mean, he's a really good kid, and he's really good at, he's good at what he does, and he makes me have to learn new things and try to figure out how to beat a person like him and a wrestler like him. I'm just going to go in there, and I just don't want to have any regrets coming out. I'm going to go in there and get after it, and I mean, do whatever I can to hopefully come through with a couple wins there, and I mean, whatever happens, I guess. There's nothing I can do. I'll just go out there. Oh yes, our coaches, they've been pushing us all year, but it's definitely paid off. We got 5 wrestlers through into the state tournament. We've had 1 dual loss this whole entire year to Creston, who's ranked, so we had a really good year. They've pushed us, they've killed us in practice, but it's all been worth it, and we know that it was for our own good, so that's a big thanks. I mean, I know all of us are happy with our coaches. We have great coaching staff and a great team who's willing to do everything and go hard and give it their all.
It's really indescribable. I came in today and I knew I wasn't leaving unless I was going to that state tournament. So hard work pays off. That's all coaches have told us all year, and it showed today. It all started with a West Central Valley kid. I didn't know who he was, or I really didn't know where he was from. I didn't really care to look. I just knew I was going to go win, get myself to the finals. Trevor Frayne, he's ranked 2nd in the state for a reason, and he showed it. Well, everyone can be beat. It just takes the right move, right time. I just didn't have it today. Hopefully to get on the podium.
Right now I just got to keep preparing for that state match, all my state matches. Got to keep improving on all my technique. Just hit the drills and keep working out. Got to, as many hours as you can put on the mat is really going to help you during the off season. It's really helped me, especially like today. I versed the number 8th ranked guy in the finals, and tech faulted him. Just keep working on all my shots and finishing everything. I would say my feet by far is where I'm most comfortable. I love shooting and taking people down. It's just one of the best feelings. I've really been working on improving my top and bottom work. I worked out with Al Garrison. He passed away last year, but he's really one of my big mentors up in Des Moines, and we would just spend countless hours up there in the Grandview wrestling room working on our feet and everything. And but you just got to be comfortable. That's the best way to win a match, is you have to be comfortable in every position. Yes, my freshman year I got 4th, and then went my sophomore year with my broken ankle and had to injury default to 8th place, and then last year I broke my other ankle, so I didn't get to go, but all of it's going to build up to what's going to happen this coming weekend. Everything feels great right now in my body, which is grateful. I'm not injured this year at all, and just going to hope to keep that way. And going into state, you just gotta, you can't have any pressure on yourself. Pressure is something you put on yourself, and I just have the mental control of eliminating that. And you just gotta go in and wrestle calm and cool, and that's just the way I like to wrestle.
These last few weeks have been a good experience. I've been looking forward to the state tournament for several years now, and I finally made it. So my whole goal today was to pin my way through the tournament. I told my dad that last night. I don't think he completely believed me, but I sure got it done. I've wrestled Kane now 3 weeks in a row, and we've always had some pretty decent matches, and I'm glad I stuck him. Well, definitely my team. My team's always been there throughout the whole time. They're my family. So I mean, it's always been through that. And then my dad also. He's pushed me a lot and got where I am today. Me and Trevor have been switching in between 170 and 180 the past the whole season basically, and we've had some good times. So. He's definitely tough. He pushes me though, so I mean that he makes me better. Well, I've always my dream's been to win state championship. One match at a time. I'm gonna get there. That's the plan.
Yeah, you know, our whole team has worked really hard all the way through, even through the sectional tournament, and you know we got 5 guys going on. A good group of guys. We came up short just there at 138. I thought Trey Stickler had a chance to win, and you know he's put everything into this year. So it's kind of sad to see him staying home, but. You know, we got 5 young men going next week, and hopefully we can go do some good things. Blake Luna at 120, fourth time going to the state tournament, has placed 8th and 4th, and you know, I think he's got high expectations to finish on top this year. So, you know, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what the draws are and how that works out. And then at 160, we got J.J. Clark, just a sophomore going for the 2nd time. Wrestled much better in the finals today than he had last week against the Pettit kid, and you know he's wrestling well going to the tournament next week. You know, probably my 2 prouder ones is Dusty and Kane, who you just had interviewed. You know, those 2 guys have been putting everything into it, and what better way for Dusty Swindler to go to the state tournament as a senior? I think both of those guys were around 500, maybe a little bit over last year. You know, really have turned themselves around and had good seasons. And for Kane and Dusty to go to the state tournament is just, it's really good feeling for us, and I think our staff. And then of course Dakota Calfee at heavyweight, and you know Dakota just kind of grinding it out at a couple close matches today, but you know he's never in bad position and never in a bad spot, and you know he could go and place really well at state tournaments, so he's got high expectations for himself, and hopefully we can get through the next week and feel good on Thursday. No, and you know, and that we preach that from the first day the season starts until the end, and we really push it in our conditioning here at the end. You know, it's never over till it's over, and you know that saying gets a little bit old, but our kids truly believe it and they get after it. Trey's going to do it. He'd do whatever he could to win. It doesn't matter what it is, whether legal or illegal. He's going to try everything. He wants to win as bad as anybody, and you know even Luke Strong didn't have a great day today, but you know 152 was a tough weight class, and you know a lot of good wrestling here today. There's some tough weight classes. 32-45 pop in my mind that were tough as well. Exactly. We'll start preparing on Monday morning. We'll have an early morning run on Monday, and you know just start preparing and see what we have on Thursday, and you know maybe catch little state duels on Wednesday night, the finals hopefully, and you know go enjoy ourselves and hopefully wrestle well. You know our fan base is great. You know you saw them there packed in there today. You know we have a good support from our parents, and they're behind us all the way. My coaching staff, I'd put them up against anybody right now. I have 4 guys that help me all the time: Aaron David, chauffeur, Tony Morales, Scott Stickler, and Jason Gordon. And those guys they wrestle all the time. They're working with individuals all the time, and these guys get a lot of attention with those 4 guys and me in the room. And you know hopefully we're just making them better, and we keep improving, and you know improve from week to week or day to day. You know however it is.